Welcome to the G.N.H podcast, Games, Nerds, and Hot Chocolate. This is the daddy-daughter episode because why? Why not? We both have hot chocolate. We're both sitting here. It's vacation time. Why not sit here and have a talk?
Exactly.
So, this is Cecil Xavier. You probably recognize my voice. You probably don't recognize one Destructobot 3000, though. You've heard her on the show. You've heard me mention her on the show. You've probably even heard her in the background a couple times, but go ahead and say hi.
Hello. Yeah, you probably haven't, actually heard me on the show.
No, probably not actually heard you on the show, but, I mean...
Background.
But probably actually heard you in the background, because, well, you've said stuff in the background before, so...
Yeah, sorry about that.
So, we just figured we would have a little bit of a games, nerds, and alcohol episode, but with no alcohol, and we're just going to sit here and drink hot chocolate, and me and my daughter are just going to kind of BS about, well, games and all things that are going on. No guarantee that there might not be an accent every now and then, because, those different things happen.
That is true.
Oh, we're doing apples? I'll do apples. We'll have apples all day long.
So, normally on the G&A podcast, we do a what's everybody drinking? Why don't you go ahead, start off?
I'm drinking a salted caramel hot cocoa with white chocolate and 2% milk.
Nice. What's the attack like?
It's waking me up.
That's the attack. It's waking you up. Okay, I'll take that as the attack. All right. I am having actually a non-dairy what is it? It's a non-dairy. Hold on. Hot chocolate small, sugar-free. Oh, and almond milk. Oh, I had almond milk in this. Interesting. I thought I was getting dairy-free, but it looks like I got almond milk. So that's what I'm having. And the attack... like all chocolate is actually, surprisingly enough, I expected it to be a lot less creamy than it is, but this is actually a really creamy hot chocolate. And just for like a Sheetz hot chocolate, you wouldn't expect it to be have a really good consistency. It's got a good consistency, good flavor. I like that they give you the little don't burn your hands off cardboard thing around it, because that's actually kind of nice. When you go to grab a hot chocolate, you want it, of course, to be hot, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's nice when you grab a hold of the cup and it's not like searing your fingers off. Not that I'd be able to tell the difference, but it's nice. Yeah. It's nice to know. So, usually the next segment we talk about is State of Games. State of Games is where we just talk about what we've been playing for the past week or month or year or whatever you want. Or we just pontificate about how we think gaming is in general nowadays. That's usually where I kick in.
Well, as Cecil found out, I was actually playing Among Us right before we hopped on here.
That's a bit sus.
Actually, because I was imposter.
How many did you get? Did you get them?
I got 5. There's 13 people in, and I got 5 of them.
13 people? Holy.
Yeah.
That's a hell of an Among Us game.
Yeah, actually, I was trying to get into another one that had 15, but, they kicked me out because they wanted somebody else to come in, and...
I don't think I've ever played a game of Among Us with more than 6 people in it. So when you're like, I got 5, I'm like, so you got everybody.
No. Actually, the other dude that was imposter got 2 people, and then with the last, I think it was 4? I don't know. I'm not mathing right now. They found out I was imposter and kicked me out.
I knew I was going to screw that up, so I didn't want you to sit there and talk over top of it as I'm messing around and making so much noise. It makes it so much harder to edit later.
Yeah.
All right. Well, was that all? Is that it? Is that all I got?
I also played some Geometry Dash.
Okay. Well, okay. So before you go on, keep in mind that games don't necessarily have to be a video game. If you were role playing with somebody, like I play tabletop role playing games, those count. If you were playing Run Away Before I Beat You in the Head with the Bats, any game that you were playing, counts.
Last time I saw Chloe, we were role playing. Oh, what was it?
Demon Slayer?
Yes, we were role playing Demon Slayer, And we were saying how we had to roleplay like some other anime that we watched.
So I don't know if I showed you. I actually texted it over to Chloe. Did you see that there is a Demon Slayer fighting game that's out or that's come out?
No, I haven't even finished Demon Slayer.
Remind me after this episode to show you that quick. It'll take me 5 seconds to pull it up. But I saw it. I'm like, ooh, I think it was like $29.99. I'm like, I was trying to decide whether I wanted to pick that up. But if it's 2-player. Figure you, Chloe, and next time Chloe comes over, you and her could just fire it up on the main TV and beat the out of each other.
Language.
Oh, I can't say. Okay, you got me. I'll even bleep that for you. Okay.
Okay.
Well, my study games has actually been pretty off the wall. I've been playing a bunch of different stuff. I actually jumped into Words with Friends. Hadn't played that in a while. Jumped into that. Got my butt kicked. And by butt kicked, I mean like, I think I was like 80 something on my score. And they were like 200 something. Like they just crushed. Every time I tried to get an angle for getting like a triple letter or a double word or something, kept nailing me. So it's like, oh. What else? I was playing Destiny 2 earlier today.
I saw.
So that's I'm jumping back into that. Actually, it's really fun because the new DLC is coming out, and the new DLC always kind of brings the people out of the woodwork. So I'm actually going to be playing a bunch of people that haven't been playing in the old clan I was in have started playing again because of the new content that's coming out. So I actually got a chance to talk to a lot of people that I used to raid with. Do you remember Black Bullet?
No, I don't.
You remember Magnate?
Yes, I remember that one. Okay,
so Magnate, Black Bullet, Concrete, which is Black Bullet's brother. I'm trying to remember who else was there. Oh, God. We'd have a bunch of people sub in every now and then. But we used to call ourselves the Queensmen, and we'd go through and do raid after raid after raid. And the one raid, it was called the Dark Below or the Deep Below or something like that. It was Crota. You're killing Crota. And in the one spot to start the final encounter, you have to stand next to this crystal, and then everybody stands next to the crystal. It starts up the encounter, and then you basically work your way out, and then you're fighting Crota. Well, Black Bullet said, "Hey, I'll be right back. I got to do something." So one thing sometimes what you do is you push them over to the crystal and then let them wipe, and then you just keep doing that. It kills everybody's score and blah blah blah. It's funny. Well, instead, we took him, knowing that we could actually start it up. We pushed him, like we literally spent 20 minutes pushing his body, just by literally nudging him, running into him and sliding, pushing his body across the entire map to get him somewhere. The funniest part about the whole thing is he came back like 5 minutes later and watched us for about 15-20 minutes pushing his body. And finally, when we finally figured out he was there, when he said, "Yeah, I'm just watching these people push me across the map." And we're like, "Dude, you're back?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, I've been here for like 20 minutes. Like, dude, like, I was watching you guys. This is hilarious. It was actually pretty funny.
That sounds it.
But he came back. So he's been playing. And a bunch of other people have been playing, which is pretty cool. So it's cool to talk with people again and chat with some people that have been playing.
After all, the COVID restrictions have put on everyone.
Yeah, I mean, COVID really did that. It really has. And I mean, since I always played with them online anyways, it kind of makes it easier.
Yeah.
But what else have I been playing? Mega Man on my phone. I've been playing a bunch of Mega Man on my phone, too.
No Man's Sky?
No. I've actually been playing Secret of Mana on the Nintendo Switch because I got the I forget what it's called, the something Mana trilogy or the something trilogy, the something of Mana trilogy, whatever it is. But it's the Final Fantasy Adventure, which is actually the first game of the Mana series, but they named it Final Fantasy Adventure in the United States because at the time it came out, everybody knew Final Fantasy. Nobody knew Secret of Mana or the Mana series. So they said, "Oh, we'll get it to sell. We'll call it Final Fantasy Adventure." Sure enough, it actually sold. But then the next game after that came out. So that game came out for the Game Boy, which you probably have no clue what a Game Boy is.
A slight idea because I've watched YouTube videos of people who like to play.
It's a little rectangular brick like that.
Yeah.
With no backlight, and you literally You just pulled knives out of the back end of you. Like, were those stuck in you? Okay.
They were in between the
Okay. Like,
and the
all of a
chair.
sudden, there you are producing weaponry. I'm like, whoa, this just took a hard turn. I am nervous now. I thought we were on good terms. Next thing I know, you've got a knife on me. Whoops.
No, it was in between the pillow and the chair, like that little gap right there.
And just so everybody knows, it was actually a set of throwing spikes that were sheathed. They were actually underneath the cushion in the chair behind her. They must have slipped back there at one point in time.
Yeah, and it was kind of uncomfortable to sit on, so...
I definitely can believe it. But yeah, so I've been playing The Secret of Mana, which is the Super Nintendo one, which was the sequel to Final Fantasy Adventure. And I've been so long since I played that, really been enjoying that. So, but yeah, I mean, I actually would like to get back into No Man's Sky, but No Man's Sky is one of those games where if I start playing it, I might as well just like knock out 8 to 10 hours because I'm just gonna. It's one of those games. I don't know if you've played one yet, but it's one of those games where you're like, oh, I'll just do this next little thing. And then you get the next little thing done. And as you're doing the next little thing, it opens up 3 or 4 other things. You're like, oh, crap, I got to get these things done because I won't remember how I got to them. So then you try to do those. Next thing you know, it's 2 o'clock in the morning and you're going, if I don't go to sleep, I might actually commit homicide in the morning. So.
See, I've had one of those happen, but with books, where I'm not completing it. I've completed a chapter, and, like, it gets too good, and there's too much going on, and I'm like, I cannot stop here, because I will not rest well tonight.
Eleanor.
I was thinking more Aragon, but...
No, I'm thinking Eleanor, because that's what you did to me.
I'm sorry.
You're like, here, read this book. It's great. Okay. I read the first one, and I'm like, oh, yeah, that's pretty good. I read the second one, and I'm going... If I see a doll sticking its hand outside of a trunk of a car as I go by a junkyard, nope. Big old bag of nope. Big old bag of nope wrapped up with a nope rope.
It's FNAF. So, of course it's gonna be creepy.
Dude, that was not creepy. That was dark. She goes into the garage and she finds all of her body parts in bags spilling out in blood after she tips it over as she's turning into a giant rust pile.
Yeah, that's pretty dark.
Uh-huh. Well, you've been reading Aragon?
But still, it's FNAF. So.
But you've been reading the Aragon cycle?
Yeah.
What book are you on?
I'm on the second one. Aldous.
Is that the second one?
Yeah, Aldous is the second one.
Not Brissinger.
Brisinger's the third one.
Oh, was Brissinger the third one?
Brisinger's the third one.
I haven't read those in so long.
Yeah, I'm rereading them because I read them in 6th grade after you guys read them to me when I was like 5.
So the one thing that I really liked about the Aragon series is their use of magic and how they use magic.
Yeah, it's like something that you would actually do in real life versus just using spells for every little thing. Like, they're using it when they need it, but not all the time.
Well, but the reason they were using why they needed it is because it actually took from them. So in all the games that you play, all the D&D and all that stuff, they kind of touch on it, but unless you get people who really want to like jump into the role playing of it, they don't really play that portion of it. So, like in Aragon, when he first uses Brissinger, remember when they're at the was the orcs? Urgles, thank you. When they were when he pulls back the arrow and yells Brissinger at him and lights up and
he didn't even know it was a magic word. He just heard Brom saying it and he thought it was a curse word. So
yep. And in the process of doing it, since he had never cast a spell before, he launched this firebolt of an arrow at the thing, and then, of course, passed out because he didn't even know how to use it. And it was a good thing Brom was there to instruct him of like, hey, look, you almost killed yourself, dude. You can't just go around throwing things around like that, man.
Yeah, like, no. Take a step back. Let's go for more beginner stuff.
Yeah, and didn't he try to change water to metal or something, or metal? Didn't he try to transform something and almost kill him?
He tried to transform dirt into water.
That was it.
Because they had to cross the desert and they didn't have enough water.
And didn't that almost kill him?
Yeah, that almost killed him. But then Saphira was there to say, hey, stop it! And give him her energy so that he didn't, like, die. Because otherwise she would probably go insane and then, like, the entirety of that place is doomed because there's a dragon without its rider.
Well, I was going to say, didn't the dragons and the riders bond together so if something happened to one, like the other one would die?
the other one would either die or go crazy.
Yeah.
But Braum was the exception because he accepted it more, but he knew that he would see his dragon again later. So I think he accepted that more because the others might be more like, oh, I'm never going to see them again and going insane because it's like your other half.
Yeah, well, they make a bond, and it's like an actual. It's not like a bond like an animal and master bond. It was like a mental ingrained.
It's a mental link.
Yeah.
Like you could talk through them with your head. They were 50% of you.
Yeah.
That is how they described it as.
Yeah, but I really liked how they worked magic in that because it made it. Like, again, in all the games that you play, you have an MP bar, a magic point bar. And in theory, that's the logic behind it. When your MP gets down to nothing, you literally have no energy left in you to cast that spell. You can still walk around, but you're pretty useless without your spells. But that's what I liked about the Aragon cycle is that it gave a distinct risk of using magic. And it gave a distinct cost for using magic. If you tried to do something that was way far outside of your abilities.
Like
raise the dead, then guess what? Not going to work, or even change dirt to water. If you're not, if you've got to build your way up there.
You don't know the proper words. You don't know what their true name, so you can't bend them to your will.
But also, even if you did, because you're not you're a novice magic user, it's a skill. It's like doing push-ups. The more you do push-ups, the bigger your muscles get, the more you can lift up.
Or the more you dance.
Exactly. The more you dance, the longer you can dance for. So that's the same thing that they use magic for there. They make it like a skill that you have to work on. So, Aragon might not be able to do something really well right now, but as he starts using it more and more and more and more and gets older and uses it and gets more experience with it, all of a sudden he'll be able to turn dirt to water.
And like how he did with the stone, how he lifted the stone, and it was really shaky at first, and then by book 2, he's raising water from throughout the ground. He raised it through the ground.
He pulled it. He pulled the water up instead of trying to turn dirt to water. He found where the water was and pulled it up and out.
Yeah,
that was pretty cool. And it's funny that kid who wrote Aragon, the first book, he was really young.
He was my age.
Yeah, he was. I was going to say he was 13 when he wrote that book.
When he started writing the book. Yeah, he didn't finish it at that.
Well, I say wrote the book. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. But yeah, that's a good cycle to read. We still got to read back. You remember that one where what was it?
The one that we read together.
Yeah, where they go back in time and they see King Henry. I think it's King Henry. King George.
Yeah, I think
it's King Henry.
I think it's upstairs in my room. I just have to go through my bookshelf.
Oh, you do not sound enthused to read that with me.
I will deal.
Well, we got the second book we never read.
I'm having you read FNAF books. I may as well read this.
Oh, really? You're throwing that at me? Throwing that shade at me now? Really?
You're complaining so much about that second story in FNAF that I may as well read this.
Because I almost peed my pants. The only reason I didn't pee my pants is I wasn't wearing any because I was laying in bed. Yeah, put 2 and 2 together on that one, kid.
Oh my god. Shorts. Don't say anything else. That's what I'm going to think. You were wearing shorts. Nope. Go back, nope.
Oh boy, yeah, I love you.
Love you too.
So I'm about halfway through my hot chocolate. How are you hitting yours?
Not the same.
All right. Well, we've got half a hot chocolate to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you eating?
Minstrels. Galaxy.
Minstrels. All right. Well, for everybody who's listening to this episode right now and has no clue what Galaxy Minstrels are, why don't you
best chocolate in the world.
Why don't you describe them?
So Hershey's chocolate is a lot more of a bitter chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. This is more of a milky, sweet chocolate. And it comes from England. So...
Okay, but what's a minstrel? So if somebody was going to say, "Oh, well, this is what I'm going to get if I'm eating a minstrel."
A minstrel is like that chocolate, but with a hard candy outside shell of chocolate.
So like an M&M?
So like an M&M, yeah.
Okay.
I was just about to say, like an M&M.
But the size of an M&M?
But not the size of an M&M. They're more like the size of like a quarter.
Okay. Okay. And the thickness of an M&M, or?
It's a bit thicker because of how big it is. It would be a bit bigger.
Okay.
But if you take the proportions of an M&M and just size them to a quarter, that's about what you're getting.
Okay. I could dig that. Yeah, they are good. Can I have one?
Yeah, sure.
And since we're just sitting here munching, I might as well.
Might as well.
Oh, I miss Galaxy chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. So did you see if they have another He-Man? Another He-Man on Netflix?
Oh, the Lego thing? Yeah, I saw it.
Is it a Lego thing?
I think it's Legos.
I mean, they look cartoonish, but they didn't look Legos.
They kind of did to me.
All right. Well, I'm assuming you haven't watched it either, then.
I haven't watched it. I didn't like the first remake or continuation of it because I didn't understand it at all. So
the Masters of the Universe, the one written by Kevin Smith.
Yeah.
Where they kill He-Man in like the first episode.
Yeah. No shade to anybody who actually likes it. I just don't understand it.
Yeah. If you've watched it and you're like, man, this is the best thing in the world, you probably watched the original He-Man and remember where it left off, because the new He-Man that came out was written by Kevin Smith, and it's much more geared towards adults. It's definitely got a much more darker and adult themes to it, but it's still watchable. But you also got to keep in mind that He-Man was literally made to sell toys. So, I mean, that's still that. But it literally picks up right where the series, at least from where I remember the series leading off. Granted, I should probably go back and rewatch the whole first series to make sure that I'm not actually saying something completely wrong. Because
I've seen stuff on YouTube explaining a little bit, and I think at least some other people think the same thing, that it starts off where that one left off.
Well, as I said, and I probably could just look it up and read it and figure it out, but I kind of like, figuring it out on my own. That's me, though. I'm the guy who likes to take apart a Rubik's Cube and put it back together to figure out how it works versus looking up the pattern of making it. Also why I like DMing in RPG games, because I get to just figure out how to make something work. Somebody throws something weird at me and they're like, hey, I want to take this rock, I want to throw it, bounce it off that tree, and hit this dude in the back of the head where his weak spot is. What kind of roll will that be? We're going to say a 20. You're gonna say I hope it's a 20. Let's go dexterity with deception. Why deception? Well, you want the guy to keep looking at you, right? So you can hit him in the back of the head. Oh yeah, sure. Let's do that. Throw something crazy at him. But it is fun throwing crazy stuff at him.
Or they could have used the rock as a distraction and then hit him in the back of the head from there.
Or use the rock as a distraction, run him up and kick him in the junk. Hey, if you're in a fight for your life, doesn't matter what's going on. There's no fair fighting there. You find whatever you can to stop that person from hurting you. Their junk's exposed, boot right to it.
How do you know it was exposed? Maybe they were wearing armor.
Well, I'm the DM. Of course they're not wearing armor.
Honestly,
people aren't running around if they're invincible or something. They're not running around going, "Geez, I'm going to wear this codpiece because somebody might kick me in the junk." No, they're going to be like, "I'm invincible. What do I care?" Then they realize, "Wait a second, I can still feel pain in the junk." So there you go, boys and girls. If you're fighting an invincible person, never hurts to give a shot. Might work, might not. You might end up like doing a Colossus and kicking a steel beam or something. I don't know. Oh boy. So what else? So we're on vacation next week.
Fun.
Hey, we're going to be doing a whole bunch of stuff. And we got a strawberry.
Yeah. Say hello to the cat, guys. His name's Straubs.
Yeah, we call him Straw Baby. You know why? Because he runs around whining like a baby. Hi, Straw Baby. How you doing, Bob?
Hey, Straubs. You gonna say hi to everyone? Or
He's already said hi like 4 times. Oh, are you coming up? What are you doing, dude? Yeah, there you go. There you go. You got it. Good job. Good job. There you go. Make yourself comfortable. Yeah, stay there. That's good. There you go, buddy. Well, we got what do we got? Treetop Adventures. We got the water park. The water park's always fun.
Yeah, but then it's just gonna be me, you, and Mom.
Yep. So it means we can use the 3-person tube every single time. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna use the one single tube at least a few times because I don't want to be with them the entire time.
That's fine. That's fine. Are you gonna go in the sauna?
Maybe not. Who knows?
What about the whirlpool tub thing we have?
Honestly, probably.
Definitely for me. Hi, Straw Baby. Yes, I'm here. Did I stop petting you?
He's like, yes, you stopped
I stopped
petting
petting
me.
him. I stopped petting him. And he's like, oh, God, stop. You didn't pet me. You stopped. You were moving, but you're not petting. Yeah, you have no clue. Like, literally, when you go to bed, he'll follow you to bed, and he waits for you to pass out, and he comes down here.
Oh, no, he doesn't always wait for me to pass out.
Well, usually he waits for you to pass out, because usually I'll go, is she asleep? And then he'll go, meow, like, yep. And if he doesn't go, meow, then I know you're not actually asleep. But he'll come down, he'll hang out for a few minutes, and he'll go back up and chill out with you. And then when I go to bed, all of a sudden I'll just hear...
Usually I'm still awake when he leaves.
Well, when I've come up and checked on you, you've been asleep. But then he'll walk around.
Maybe he doesn't go all the way downstairs when I see him go out. Maybe he just goes like outside of the stairway.
Maybe. He could just be the guard cat.
Back in.
But anyway, he'll come downstairs, and then after I go to bed, he'll walk around like an aimless puppy going, meow, with a frigging mouse in his mouth. Just meow, 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 meow. And I'll literally go, good night, Strawberry. And then he'll come to the door with the mouse in his mouth. You know how I know that he's sitting there at the door with the mouse in his mouth? Because I'll open the door, and there he is, with a mouse in his mouth. Yeah. That's Straw Baby.
Yeah, that's Straws for you.
Well, you just jumped down. Now you want back up?
Yeah.
Well, go on. No, this cat just does not know what he wants to do.
Hey, did you really just sit your butt on my arm?
Oh, yeah, these cats love putting their anus on your arm. Seriously, I can sit on the couch for like 5 minutes, be perfectly happy. All of a sudden, the cat comes up. He's like, hey, dude, how you doing? Be like, hey, dude, how you doing? It's like, I'm good. I'm going to put my anus on your arm. And he just plops down, and there you go. There's a cat anus on my arm. And then he looks at me. Like, he'll sit there, and I'll literally look at him and be like, cat, will you please get your anus off of my arm? And he'll look back at me with this most indignant look on his face of like, why are you so upset right now? Like, why are you treating me like this? Like, dude, you have your anus on my arm. It's not even like you're laying on my arm. You're laying next to my arm, and you've just put your anus on my arm. You even lifted your tail so that it's not your tail on my arm. You lift the tail up, anus on the arm. That's what I get. I don't get the murder paws. I don't get the murder paws on my arm.
Oh, no, I get the murder paws all the time.
Oh, no. I get the anus. That's all I get. Anus on the arm.
No, he puts his entire body on my neck when I go to bed at night.
Yep, I can see that. He likes to climb under the covers, too. These two cats, like, seriously.
He goes into my sleeping bag at night.
You don't get that these cats are abnormal. They are not normal cats. These cats are like borderline dogs, possibly bipolar. I'm dead serious. I think Blackberry is schizophrenic. But seriously, like, no other cats that I've ever met will lay on their back and be like, hey, pet me. And then while they're laying on their back, fall asleep. Full on pass out. And you know Blackberry snores. Like, it's not like I'm laying on my back, I'm being cute. I'm just closing my eyes being cute. No, he's a... mean, seriously, that cat could be an alarm clock is how loud he is.
Even his purrs could be an alarm.
Actually, no. Well, Strawberry's purrs are really soft and quiet. But you're right. Blackberry just sits there and it's like starting up a chainsaw. Just
yeah, he's probably one of the world's loudest purrs.
If not, he's definitely in the running. I definitely didn't know.
I said in the world's.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely in the running. I don't know if he's like top tier, but he's definitely in the running of that one. Yeah, those cats. But seriously, those cats are abnormal. I don't know any cats that would let you pick them up on your knees, flip them up in the air backwards, and let them just sit there. And they're like, "Yep, I'm good." Not meow, not claw at you. I mean, you'd think Blackberry every now and then would like fart or something, just to be like, "Get away from me. Maybe if I stink out, she'll let me go." No, he's just like, "It's cool. I'm good."
He'll purr while he's up there.
Oh yeah, I know. I've walked by and been like, he's purred. What the? Well, I've come to the tail end of my hot chocolate. Mm-hmm. You had yours?
You have about a sip left.
Well, I'm going to say thank you for joining me for this Games, Nerds, and Hot Chocolate, the daddy-daughter episode.
Thank you.
It was fun. We're going to do this again sometime.
Yeah. You may see me again. Well, not see me, hear me, because you'll just see the G.N.H logo, but...
Wow.
There's me.
Yeah, just throw a gang symbol at you, too. Sounds good. Peace sign, gang symbol, same thing.
That was the peace sign.
Yeah, gang symbol, whatever.
It's the peace sign.
Good. Hey, look.
It's not this.
Look, I'm not judging you. I'm not judging you.
Happy Daddy, Cecil. Happy early birthday, Dad.
Oh, thank you. Well, I was gonna say you can find me on the normal places. We upload pretty much everywhere: Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube, Spreaker, Your Listen, Player FM, etc. If we're not someplace, let us know. We'll upload there. We're cool. We do a thing with Humble Bundle. Humble Bundle is a game purchasing service where you can buy games, but with a little bit of a twist. When you buy games there, you actually you donate to charity. So if you buy a bundle, you can donate a portion of whatever you're doing to charity. And that's what we're big on here at the G.N.H, or G.N.H, sorry. I'll get that right.
You'll get that right at some point when you're around.
Yeah, my deathbed. But so if you
I hope you're not in that anytime soon.
Me too. But go check out Humble Bundle. If you put any link in Humble Bundle, just put the partner equals G.N.H podcast at the end of the link. So if there's a question mark there, just put after that question mark. That'll let them know that we sent you there. If there's any sliders whatsoever that says give money to the G.N.H podcast, do not. We want you to give it to the developers. Maybe throw a few to Humble Bundle. Give it all to charity, whatever. Just we don't want your money. We want you to give it to somebody else. We just want to know that we sent you there. So that's all we're asking for. But yeah, we hope you enjoyed the show. Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe in your favorite podcast app. Reviews help people find the show. So if you enjoyed listening to us, let other people know. Well, Structobot, have a good night.
You too, Dad. Love you.